Okay, I'm just gonna grab a pan for my stuffed peppers because that's what we're making tonight: stuffed peppers and Rice Krispie squares. I'm just gonna grab a pan and then we'll get started. Oh, hey Cole. Okay, I'm just gonna check the time. Who don't know? My name is Sam. We're making stuffed peppers and Rice Krispies tonight. If you just joined the chat, please make sure you comment your name below so I know who's in the video watching. It's almost 6 o'clock. So hit 6 o'clock. I'm gonna get started right away. For this recipe, you are going to be needing rice that's cooked-ish. In this case, I forgot to buy rice, so I have microwavable packaged rice. Tomato sauce, spices, peppers, like whole peppers, onions, and ground beef. And maybe some cheese for the top. So it's up to you what you want to put in them, but I'm going to be using those things. So yeah. Clock, so I'm going to get started. So, for those of you who are just joining who don't know what we're making, we are making stuffed bell peppers with Rice Krispie treats as a dessert. So I'm going to start off with the bell peppers. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to chop all my onions and put it in a pan just over there and cook it for a little bit, and then add some tomato sauce and some ground beef. And then once that's done, I'm going to remove it from the heat and add my rice and spices and then stuff them into my peppers and bake them. So, yeah. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some onion. It's kind of already chopped up a little. I don't want to use that. Let's just put that aside. Yeah, I'm only going to use a little bit of onion. I'm not going to be using a whole bunch. And I'm not going to be cutting it super small. I'm just going to, because I want to make sure I get the flavor of the onion out. So I'm just going to kind of just chop it up into pieces. Okay. Just like that. I think I'm going to cut it in half again. Just so it's not super large. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the pan and heat it up with some onions. So I'm going to do that now. Turn on my pan. And add a little bit of oil to it. Not too much though, because you don't want to burn the onions or make it just gross. So I'm going to add my onions now. Don't want to add too many. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that cook for 5 minutes until it's a little bit soft. I am going to add some salt though. I'm going to use some garlic salt once I open it. And I'm going to put in some Italian seasoning as well. And then I'm going to add in my tomato sauce. There it smells very garlicky. Okay. I'm just gonna simmer this up a little bit. I added my garlic salt. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of my tomato sauce just to get things going. I am using Hunt's tomato sauce that has like onions, herbs, spices in it. So I thought that would have been really cool to use. Okay, dump it in the sink. I'm just gonna add a little bit just to get a little bit watery. Just kind of a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it up really quickly. All it is just onions and tomato sauce in a pan. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. Just gonna let these things cook. Okay. So while that's cooking, I'm just gonna leave my meat's already defrosted, so I'm already good to go. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut open my peppers while that's starting to cook. Okay. When you are cutting the peppers, please make sure. Please make sure that you pre-wash them. I already pre-washed mine with the stickers on it, but take the stickers off before you wash them because now they are extremely hard to get off the pepper. There we go. Okay, sticker. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same knife that I used for the onions because it's not a big deal. They're both vegetables, so it doesn't really matter. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break off the stem. Just chuck it in the sink, just so it's out of my way. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight to it and just cut off the top of the pepper. You want to cut it as close to the top as you can because you want to have a lot of space to add to stuff the pepper with. So this is kind of how thick I cut it. So now you should have the inside with the stem and all that, and you want to gut the whole pepper like you're carving a pumpkin. So once you cut off all the inside pieces, you should be able to just kind of dump it out like that. Okay? Just gonna toss that in the sink, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a spoon and you're gonna scoop all of the inside veins out and all the extra seeds. Oh, except now I'm getting sprayed by peppers. Okay, and then you just want to rinse out the inside. Okay, so now your pepper should be nice and clean on the inside, just like that. I'm just going to do that to the other ones. And then I can add my beef to my tomato and onion mixture. Okay. Last one, and then I'm gonna stir my onion and tomato sauce and add my beef. You don't want to scrape the pepper too soft on the sides because you don't want the pepper to break or have any holes or cracks in it. Otherwise, when you're cooking your meat, it's just gonna spew out the sides. So I have my 3 little bowls of stuffed peppers, or bell pepper things. Instead of bell peppers, so bell peppers. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stir this up, make sure it's not burning. Okay, no, I'm all good. I am gonna add my meat to it now and season up my meat so that I can stuff it in my pepper with the rice as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up this package. Okay, and I'm just gonna dump. I'm gonna use a spoon. So just kind of scoop it in the pan. Okay. Next, I'm gonna use a wooden spoon to break it apart. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. Use a wooden spoon. Okay. So as you can see, I think you can see me. Yeah. I'm just breaking up. I kind of got it everywhere, but that's okay, I guess. Just breaking up the meat and cooking it in the pan with a little bit of tomato sauce and onions, just so that the meat doesn't get all dry. Okay. I am going to add a little bit more oil to this, just so that the meat can kind of deep fry itself a little bit. Okay. Okay, please remember that if you are watching this show, please comment your name at the bottom so that we know who's watching and who's interested and all that stuff. If you have any questions about the stuffed peppers, please let me know. I will be honest, this is the first time I have ever made stuffed peppers. I have never made them. My grandma always makes them, but this is just not something I regularly do. So hopefully this turns out so far so good. Yeah, I kind of just gotta watch the magic happen, I guess. Okay, also as you're cooking all this stuff, you do want to preheat your oven to about 350 or 375. I'm gonna do 350. Just so that your oven's already hot for when you go to put the peppers in it. Okay. Gonna make sure you don't make a mess. Kind of just waiting for like all of this meat to shrink. Otherwise, I have a thumb cramp. Yeah, I spilled onion on my... There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna let this sit for a second. I'm gonna add my spices to this while it's cooking. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more tomato sauce. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna add is a little bit more garlic salt. Just give it a little bit of flavor. Okay. Next thing I'm going to add my Italian seasoning. Once I take the lid off, I had to buy a bunch of more seasoning today because I ran out. Okay. I'm also gonna add some onion powder. Even though I have onions in it, I'm just gonna add a little bit more to give it an extra flavor. Okay, and then the last one I'm gonna add is I'm gonna add some white sugar, because when you cook with this much salt and tomato sauce at the same time, it can be a little bit salty, but the sugar cuts down the salt content from the tomato sauce and all your spices, but it also gives it a little bit of extra flavor as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir this all up. When I cook this meat, I'm gonna cook it until I see no more pink, so it's gonna be kind of brown. Because I already have pre-cooked rice, I'm not gonna be adding the rice into the pan with it, just because it won't fit in my pan. But I'm gonna be adding everything into a bowl and stirring it all together, and then scooping it into my peppers, just so that everyone is aware of what's going on. Okay. I'm just gonna add a little bit more tomato sauce, just a little bit. All my little onions are falling out from the side. Okay, I'm just gonna let this sit for a second and then finish cooking. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take out a big bowl that I can mix everything in. So I'm gonna take out a bowl, and then hopefully it can hold hot stuff. So I'm gonna add my rice into this bowl. Open it. Okay. Now my rice is in a bowl. I'm just going to continue stirring. Oh, this one. It's almost done. Just gotta wait till it's not pink anymore. And then I'm gonna add it to my rice. And then scoop it and stuff it into the peppers. Okay, so this looks pretty much done. I'm gonna turn off the stove. I'm gonna take you guys over here, and then I'm gonna add it into my bowl. I am gonna do it in the sink though, because I'm a little bit nervous whether or not I'll even make it into the bowl. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I definitely did not make all of it into the bowl, but oh well. Okay. That is okay. Okay, so now that I have my bowl, I'm just gonna mix in the rice. From the bottom. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more tomato sauce to the mixture that's already cooked. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay, so this is what my mixture looks like. It looks like absolute cow pie, but hopefully it tastes good. I'm not gonna taste it now just because I'm scared to and it's really hot. But hopefully it doesn't taste bad. Oh, my mouth is so dry for some reason. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to put my peppers into this bowl thing so that they don't overflow. So this kind of like, this is what they look like inside of it, so that they don't overflow, okay? So I'm gonna be using a giant spoon to scoop this stuff into the pepper. Okay, make sure your pepper's dry and stuff away. I definitely made way too much mixture and I should have bought more peppers, but that is okay, I guess. Figure out something to do with the rest of it. Because I'm only filling it to like the top. Just smack it a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some cheese on the top. I think I'm gonna do Parmesan cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top and then bake it in the oven. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more tomato sauce into the bottom of the pan. And just kind of squish that. I'm gonna open another can. Where did I put my can opener? I put it away. Hi, Christina. I really hope that you know how to make stuffed peppers, Christina, because I do not. So, hopefully this works out well. Okay, I'm just gonna add like a little bit more into. This is how my grandma does it. She like puts tomato sauce like in the bottom of the pan so it can cook as well. So, oh, I just got tomato sauce all over the counter. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna add like a couple scoops beside it as well, just to use it up, I guess. We're gonna see how this turns out. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. These are my stuffed peppers. I'm gonna put them in the oven now for about 30 minutes. Then I'll send a picture to Katie so that she can post it on the Facebook page. So I'm just gonna put them in the oven, like so, and bake them at 350 for half an hour. Okay. I'm just gonna check the time now. 6:23. So I have extra mixture left over. So what you could do is you could use it in tacos. You could add more bell peppers. I'm only making 3 because I only have 3 people in my family that live in my house. So yeah, I didn't want to make too many peppers. Okay, so now that my kitchen is an absolute mess, I'm just gonna wipe up my stove a little bit, and then we can make the Rice Krispies. Okay. Next is when I make Rice Krispies, I don't make them into squares. I personally heat up my butter and my marshmallows and my vanilla all in the same bowl in the microwave. Then I add my Rice Krispies to it, and I just eat it out of the bowl. I swear, it's so much better than Rice Krispies squares. Okay? But, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make a giant bowl of Rice Krispie squares. And I'm going to make 2 bowls of them, because one for my mom and one for my dad. I'm going to scoop them into a bowl, and I'm going to eat them. Well, no, I'm not going to eat it, but they will eat it. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to move my recipe off to the side. Honestly, with Rice Krispie squares, I don't believe you need a recipe at all. You just need 4 things: butter, vanilla, marshmallows, and Rice Krispies. That is all you need. You can make Rice Krispie squares in a pot. You can make Rice Krispie squares in a pan if you wanted, but I don't know why. Pan is blow up with marshmallows. Or you can just do it as simple as possible. It literally takes 5 minutes just to make microwavable marshmallows with butter and vanilla, and you add your Rice Krispies and you eat it. It's so good and so much better than waiting 2 hours for the Rice Krispies to set. Because I remember when my grandma would make Rice Krispies and she wouldn't let me eat them warm, because apparently that's not how you're supposed to eat them. But apparently I was supposed to break a Kit Kat, but who the heck does that? I don't do that. I just eat it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my bag of marshmallows. I'm gonna grab my Rice Krispies, and I'm gonna get margarine, and I'm gonna get my vanilla. Okay? And this is the easiest trick. If you ever want midnight, if you ever have the munchies at night, or your kid's just like, I want a treat, this is what you do. Hands down. Okay? So I'm gonna grab my vanilla. Okay? And I'm gonna get a bowl. And I use like these ceramic bowl things. So this is literally all I use. It's the perfect portion. You can count out how many marshmallows you want. You can add your Rice Krispies. You can do whatever you want. Okay? So here's how I do it. So I first open a bag. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I got 6 marshmallows. Okay? Now I'm going to scoop some butter with a spoon. Just like that. I'm gonna use a marshmallow, just scrape it off into the bowl. Okay? Save that spoon for later when you go to stir it. Okay? Now, like everyone knows, I don't measure my vanilla because there's nothing wrong with having too much vanilla. So I just go Well done. Okay, now I'm gonna put these in the microwave for 30 to 45 seconds until they're nice and mushy. If they're mushy on the inside, like you wanna microwave them until the marshmallow kind of starts to swell and it looks kind of chunky and it looks like it's about to blow up. But it's not gonna blow up unless you let your kid put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. Note to self: don't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the microwave now. Let's go 45 seconds. Okay, so now we're gonna wait 45 seconds or until they blow up ish, and then I'm gonna add my Rice Krispies to it and munch away. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these things away because I don't need them anymore. Okay. Ow. Okay. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Alrighty. Oh, okay, so apparently I wasn't paying attention and I almost blew up my marshmallows. Voila! Big, fat, puffy marshmallows, okay? What are we making next week? I don't know. See if we squat. What are we making next week? I like to focus 1 week at a time so that I don't accidentally buy the wrong ingredients for that week. Because I've done that and it was awful. Okay, so I'm just stirring up my marshmallows. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So apparently because I wasn't watching my marshmallows, I kind of made my vanilla chunky, but hey, you know what? It looks kind of cool. So, apparently I can't open Rice Krispies either. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and open this, and then I'm going to add my Rice Krispies to it. Oh. I'm just kind of gonna dump it in and see what happens. That is way too many Rice Krispies. Okay then. Oh, the bottom is really hot. Okay, so, I put way too many Rice Krispies in it, but that's okay. Right, we're making noodle, stir fry, and chocolate dipped fruit with smoothies. That's what we're making. So thank you for reminding me for the fact that I have to go get a new blender because I broke mine trying to crush some ice. So, anywho, I have made my Rice Krispies. Okay. Now I'm just gonna eat them. That was a lot better than making them into squares. Much better. That's definitely a good idea. Very sticky though. It's kind of like one of those satisfying videos, but I didn't even hear the crunch. That's very good. I'm just gonna I have a challenge for those of you watching this video right now. I want to challenge you to make Rice Krispies in a bowl. Add whatever you want, do whatever you want, or make your favorite treat. And make the best satisfying eating video and tag us in it. Or tag #CookingWithSam. And just record yourself eating it. Okay? Because I think they're the best videos ever and they're so satisfying to listen to and watch. Plus, if I'm doing it, you can do it too. Okay? That's a great idea. Okay. Put that to the side. All the marshmallows are sticking in my mouth. Stay hydrated. Okay, let's check out my peppers. So, it's my oven. Oh, you can see them kind of in there. The cheese is melting, all of that stuff. Okay, it's very hot in there though. I'm kind of sweating now. Whew. Okay, I'm just gonna check. It is 6:35, so I think what I'm gonna do is figure out something that I can do super quick. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay. Say you have leftover stuffing from your stuffed peppers. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a beef and rice with cheese and sour cream chip dip. So it's pretty much like you're eating the burrito filling or the stuffed pepper filling with chips. So I'm gonna be adding some sour cream into it, some cheese, some diced tomatoes, just anything that's super yummy in my fridge. I'm gonna add it to the dip, and there's your midnight snack. If you also get hungry, if you don't want some sugar, see now you have chips and beef, rice, sour cream, cheese, vegetable dip. Yes. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move this off the side, just because I don't want my filling to go to waste. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just scoop. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. The rest of the filling into my bowl and just add everything into the bowl and just use my spatula to stir it, because I have quite a bit left. So this could make easily like 2 bowls for like a couple or for a family or something. Maybe like a little quick party dish and like a big huge bowl. That way you're not wasting ingredients and it's also super good at the same time. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my sour cream. I'm gonna grab some cheese. I'm gonna grab a tomato in here. Maybe what else am I gonna grab? And I think I'm also maybe gonna put in this rest of what I have here. Okay, so this is called find whatever's in your fridge and mix it all together. So what I have in this bowl right here is rice, tomato sauce, beef, and onions. What I'm gonna add to it, I'm gonna add some tomato, sour cream, cheese, a lot of it. I'm gonna add this and some Parmesan cheese. What I'm also gonna do is my mom made pulled pork last week, and there's still a little bit left, and it is So flippin' good. So I think I'm gonna add this to my dip as well, so that I can also heat up my dip. So it's like a kind of like a warm, beefy, taco-y dip thing. So I'm just gonna throw it all into the bowl. I'm gonna heat it up, and I'm then gonna take it downstairs and have my parents eat it right away and see if it's good or not. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm just gonna see. Actually, I cannot. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, I might have to try it. But then I'm going to get my parents to eat it, and we're gonna see the straight up results of how the dip turns out. Okay? So I'm just gonna add everything into the bowl. Just gonna use just everything. It's just a homemade last minute party dish type thing. Say you forget to go to the store, you just add everything from your fridge into this dip. Okay? So I'm also gonna cut up my tomatoes. Well, I have my cutting board still over here. Okay? Okay. Got this. Move my container out of the way. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dice my tomatoes so that they're not super big and not super chunky. Okay. Now, a lot of people think that adding random stuff all in the same bowl isn't going to be good. But honestly, the different flavors of food just changes the game. Like, you could add sweet and savory stuff. Like, when I make meatballs, I put apricot jam in it. And people think it's disgusting. But because it's a sweet and a savory, it's so good. So, I'm just going to add all that cheese in there. Okay? I'm now going to mix it all together and put it into a bowl and put it in the microwave. Okay? Once I have all that mixed together, then I'm going to get my trusty parents to try it. Okay, so now I'm gonna scoop it into a bowl, this bowl right here. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for a couple seconds. I'm gonna put some more cheese on the top. Okay, I'm gonna put some Parmesan cheese on the top. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the microwave for, let's go 45 seconds, okay? I'll put it in there for 45 seconds. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my chips out as well, so that, I can start it with some chips. Okay, so the chips I have today are Korean barbecue chips. They're kind of spicy, but at the same time, you can literally eat them with anything. And so this is how it's going to be done today. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this so it's kind of like a bowl. That way I don't have to wash any more dishes. So I have my little chip bowl thing. Okay. I'm going to grab a couple more spoons so I can stick it in the bowl. Okay, I'm gonna give it another 45 seconds. The cheese isn't fully melted yet on the top. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. Oh. That is so good. Okay. So my cheese has been melting. just gonna stir it up really quickly with this spoon. Okay, so it doesn't look very appetizing, but honestly, it smells so good. Okay, so it is kind of hot, so I'm just gonna shove my spoons in there. Okay, I'm gonna take this with me. I'm gonna take you guys with me because they are downstairs, staying away from this mess of the making in the kitchen. So, here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna try this. It's gonna either be a hit or a miss. So, oh, it's still going, Mom. Yeah. So here's a challenge. Can you just turn it down for a second? Just turn the TV down for a second, please. So I had extra stuff left over from stuffed peppers, and I had no idea what to do. So I made a dip and combined almost everything from the fridge with it. It tastes pretty good. So the challenge is, what's the actual response of this dip? Because I need to make sure it's actually good. So the bowl is kind of hot.
Are we still on TV?
I am. You're not on it. Okay, so here are your chips. And these are Korean barbecue chips with the dip. It's kind of like a buffalo dip. It's also kind of hot, just letting you know. I told you it was hot. So out of 1 to 10, what is the As my dad spills all over himself. Out of 1 to 10, what is the rating?
I say
8. My dad's having more because apparently it's just too good to tell. Alright, well, they seem satisfied, so I'm gonna leave you guys there and hopefully see you later next week. Peace.